Welcome aboard, everybody. I'll be your pilot wannabe for today's flight. We're going to be pretending to buy this Cessna 414 Chancellor and fly it home. It's my favorite plane, probably my favorite plane in the simulator and perhaps in real life. Although my experience is obviously limited, but we can talk about my thoughts on it later. After the intro, we'll look at the advertisement I'm basing this little bit of role playing on, and then we'll get into the flight plan and then we'll get rolling. I'll see you there. Okay, so here's the advertisement. Obviously, I've got it staged pretty well. I feel like this particular example has black where the livery in the simulator is blue, dark blue. So, but close enough overall. This particular one is a 1980 example. I'll get into the history of it a little bit as we go, but this was 1980. They're asking 429,900. That's a median price for these. I've seen them online for as high as three-quarters of $1 million, depending on how they're equipped. This one's in Lexington, Kentucky, and they were nice enough to tell us exactly what airport, KLEX. So that'll make it good for the flight plan. As far as if I won the lottery tomorrow, this would be the plane I would be striving for. Maybe not necessarily this exact one, but a 414 A Chancellor is my ultimate dream plane. And I can get into the whys and wherefores later on, but I'm trying to get over to some internal shots here. And kind of, yeah, this is a pretty much ideal avionics setup as far as I'm concerned. Two 750s here and a G600 here. In the simulator, we can get the two 750s, but we can't get the G600. I don't think anyone has modeled a G600 for the simulator. I've never heard of one. So this is a little bit, fairly close approximation to what you get in the sim, which is nice. So part of why I chose it. But yeah, realistically, if I won the lottery tomorrow, I'd buy a single engine plane to get my pilot's license initially with. But I might go ahead and get this one, just knowing that I'll eventually get my multi-engine and IFR and everything, and this would be the ideal one to have, I would say. And just for comparisons, side by side comparison's sake, let's switch back there. Okay, and next we'll look at the flight plan. See you there. Okay, here we are in Sky Vector, of course. It's not terribly far away, Lexington, Kentucky. I'm going for 12,000 feet. We're going to be basically like on a simulated IFR. I know I said one day I would try to do an IFR legitimately in the sim, and I really thought about it, but I'm just not ready for it. It's a pain. Yeah, not that, I mean, I probably, especially with this kind of plane, I would probably fly around IFR all the time, but in the simulator, it's a pain. Anyway, we're going from Lexington, Kentucky down here. The name of the airport is Bluegrass. So, yeah, the Bluegrass Airport. Going from the Bluegrass Airport which has a couple of runways. I've checked it out a little bit already, and uh, the simulator doesn't seem to be aware of one of the runways, and it happens to be the runway that's most perfectly into the wind at the moment. So we're probably just gonna ignore all traffic, air traffic control, and go. Reading this here, not available for scheduled aircraft or ops more than 9 passenger seats. That's strange. That's the runway we're going to be using, I think, unless the weather's changed dramatically in the last hour. That's the one we're going to be using. About 1,000 feet, 979 feet. And since we're pretending that it's an IFR, we're just going to blow right through this big Class Bravo here for Cincinnati and right past Indianapolis. And, we'll see what the weather's like, see if we need to do any kind of an approach or anything at Lafayette. But we'll see. Got just a couple of waypoints there. CVG and SHB. A couple of VORs. So not a lot to talk about here. So let's go talk about the plane. So the Cessna 414, as is typical of most of the airplanes I really like, it was developed back in the 60s. I think first flew in 1968, and they stopped making them in 1985. The 414A Chancellor was a variation that started in 1978 and was made until the end of the model run in 85. And there were several differences, but the main and most noticeable difference was the longer nose. Just like the 310R was the last run of the 310, and it had a longer nose. The 414 has a longer nose in its last model iteration, and that was for getting more baggage in there. I'll show you inside there when we check it out some more. Yeah, they talk about that, you can get more baggage in there and everything, and that was the reason, but no one ever seems to talk about that the longer nose does make the plane look significantly different than it did before, and I think that both the 310 and the 414 look better with the longer nose. But I really like how it looks. In certain ways, I thought I would maybe like the Duke better than the 414. Oh, I guess I should mention the developer of this add-on is Flysimware. They're the same ones that made the Learjet 35A. As far as the fidelity and systems depth, the Duke add-on from Black Square is superior. It's very highly detailed. The 414 here doesn't have. I don't believe it has any random failures. I'm not sure that you can hurt things, like, try to blow up the engine. I'm not positive that's even possible in this. It just doesn't have quite the same level of depth in the software model that the Duke does. But I just still really like it. It's still my favorite, and there's a couple of reasons that I think if I was able to have a plane like this, that I would still choose this over the Duke. And one of them, honestly, is a bit of the looks. I really like how the 414 looks. Now that we've seen a bunch of the outside, I should probably get inside and start rolling. This is probably going to be a big, long two-parter again. As a matter of fact, maybe I'll try to break it at the takeoff point, because we're going to be doing a lot of stuff, on the ground before taking off. So maybe I'll break part 1 and part 2 at the point of takeoff, and part 2 will just be the whole flight and landing and shutdown. But let's go ahead and get inside, and we'll talk about one important thing that I like better about the real-world 414s than I do, something I like better about it than the Duke. So we'll pretend to get inside. Actually, I can go in like that. And then we'll just pretend that I got inside. So hold on. Okay, I switched to the inside camera. So, the first thing we should talk about is the one thing I really don't like about the interior in the simulator, and that's the fake mirror back here. I guess originally the planes, a lot of them had mirrors back here, and I don't know why you would want to do that. Seems like it would be a lot of unnecessary weight. But they didn't. The way they did the mirror in the simulator here is it's just basically a photo of the rest of the interior of the plane. You know, some video games have simulated mirrors before, and this is not a simulation of a mirror. This is just a picture looking back this direction, basically. And the crazy thing is you'd be hard pressed to find an advertisement for 414. I mean, there's a lot of 414s on the market. You know, I don't know, 10 to 15, um, at least. You'd be hard pressed to find one that still has the mirror back here. They're usually just covered with the same material as like the ceiling or the walls. There's no reason for a mirror back here. But anyway, you got a place to hang your clothes back here. You've got some cabinetry with some things going on. But then the one serious advantage it has in the interior over the Duke is this seat right here, which unless it's been subsequently removed when the inside's been, renovated or, redone or whatever, this is actually a potty seat. There's two or three different versions of the potty seat. I guess one of them's kind of like a kitty litter arrangement, and another one is a Ziploc bag kind of a deal. And then I think there might have even been like a black water tank version. But yeah, you've got a potty seat. And the reason that seems like a big deal to me is if you've got a plane like this that can fly high and fast, up into the flight levels, uh, I think 30,000 feet. I forget what the ceiling is on this, 25 or 30,000 feet. You can fly up to the flight levels. You can fly fast. You can fly for a long time. It's pressurized, all that stuff. In the Duke, you're only going to do that as long as everybody's bladder and everything holds. But with this, you've got a little backup system there. You can be like, okay, it would behoove us to make this 5-hour solid flight. And, if somebody's got to go to the bathroom, then you're good. Anyway, but then also I just like about everything about the plane a little better than the Duke. I wish this one was as in depth with its systems as the Duke is, but it's not. But still makes me happy. Okay, so we've got a tablet here. The windows do open. I've got this window open. You can open this window when you don't have the tablet stuck to it. Yeah, the window opens. Funny too, you can open it as little or as much as you want. That's kind of different from most of the planes. But we're going to get back into the tablet here. This plane, they've added a lot to it. It's had a lot of updates. And like originally, none of the circuit breakers were modeled, and now almost all of the circuit breakers are modeled. And I don't know about on PC, but originally on the Xbox, you couldn't do any of this sort of walk around here. So you've got like a walk around thing, much like the Comanche from A2A, except it's not quite as interactive. You can't like grab a hold of things and, like the ailerons and the flaps and jerk them around and stuff like that. But still, it's cool. And when it first hit the Xbox, this was all sort of inert. You couldn't really do anything with it. So we're gonna run through this real quick here. So we start at the door. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be checking. I could close the door, but since I'm gonna get out and walk around it, it makes more sense to me to not close the door yet. So out we go. I really haven't messed with this much because it didn't used to work, and so I've never really done it. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be looking at all the time at each location because, like, at this point, I can't open because there's a storage compartment in the back of each engine nacelle, and I need to be in the next one unless I'm supposed to be looking at the door still. Maybe I can close it. Yeah, I could close the door from here, but I'll need to get back in, so that doesn't make sense. So we go to the next one here, and it's strange to me. I can pop this hatch to look in the storage compartment, but I can't seem to figure out how to get it the rest of the way opened. I can get on the tablet and choose to open it. I really don't know what this big return to tablet button is either. But yeah, I could jump on here and see it's the left wing locker. I could do that and I'll close it, but if I hit that, it'll open all the way. Let's see, then we can look at it. And if I go to the weight and loading page and choose to put weight in this location, then you'll see a suitcase or something appear there, which I really like that sort of immersion. Okay, and so down here, I don't know. I feel like I could be checking to make sure the flaps are working if I had turned the power on. The thing is, for whatever reason, the main battery switch just will not slave to a button, to a physical button. So let's just go ahead and turn it on. Let me make sure the climate control's off so we're not killing the battery. Okay, so where do we think we were? Were we here? How do we get back there? Okay, we're here, and we're here, and we're here. Okay, so I could be like, if I had a co-pilot or someone helping me, I could be like, hey, hit the flaps, and so we could take a look at these cool, like clamshell style flaps. Got 3 down positions on the flaps. Yeah, that one slows you down a lot. Pretty crazy. Let's put it up one for now. So can I get rid of the tie downs here? No, can't get rid of the tie downs or the chocks from this location. I could say, hey, show me the aileron movement. Way we go. Okay, looks good. All right, moving on. Okay, could hit the landing lights. Should come on. Yeah, poof. Okay. Now if I turn the landing light off, it'll retract. I don't necessarily want it to retract all the way. Yeah, say Livy. If we kill the battery, I'm sure we can fix it. So what else we got here? We got nav light. And we probably got strobe light. Although I can't see it. Shouldn't that be strobing? I feel like this should be strobing. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's in the sunlight. Anyway. Oh, and we got all these static wick covers. Oh, if I click one of them, it takes them all off. I was going to say, it's going to be a little tedious to remove them all, but if you click one, it removes them all. Okay, and then down here, we're looking at, I don't know what. Oh, I guess here's the stall warning thing, but you can't wiggle it like you can on the Comanche. And you got some other stuff going on here. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's my favorite plane. I should know more about it, I guess. This is a de-ice boot, by the way, and it does visually animate if you hit the de-ice, if you're tinkering around the de-ice system. You can pop the caps and look in at the fuel. I'm not going to take the time to do that now. Okay, down here, maybe we can get rid of the tie down. Nope, still can't get rid of the tie down. And can't get rid of the chock either. I really thought we could. It's not from the previous one, was it? No, we're up high here. Or did I hit the wrong direction here? Previous. Oh yeah, we definitely can't do it from here. Okay. All right. Moving on then. We can always do it with the tablet from inside as far as that goes. See, and I don't know what we're here for. We can open The engine covers, though. Fuel cap doors, engine doors. Check it out. A couple of big flat 6 engines in there. Sorry, had to get a drink of coffee there. We'll close that up later. Let's just keep moving on because we can close everything from the tablet while we're inside. Oh, now we can do it, I bet. Yep, there, we get rid of the tie down, get rid of the chocks. I really thought we could get rid of the chocks at this point. It keeps making a liar out of me. We can check the oil from here. Not sure if, yeah, I guess you can kind of see the level of it. It's not giving you a lot of information, though. I mean, there's oil on the dipstick. Congratulations. Good to know. How do we close this? There we go. And moving on. Yeah, we're looking at the front. Oh, we can get rid of the engine covers, I bet. Yeah, get rid of the engine covers, and we're looking at the front. You got some serious propellers here. Moving on. Chocks? Hey, now we get rid of the chocks. Oh, I should probably set the parking brake. I'll tell my imaginary assistant to set the parking brake, and I'll do it with my hardware. Okay, moving on again. What are we looking at here? Wonder what we're supposed to be looking at. I guess making sure the antennas down here are looking good. Everything underneath. One of the things I like about how this plane looks is how flat it is underneath. Yeah, I'll show you guys an aerial shot later, and you can see what I'm talking about. All right, moving on. We've got a like a ram intake here for air. Moving on. Oh yeah, it puts us inside of the nose. I don't know why this is the this is the storage compartment in the nose. Why don't we use the tablet to open all the doors to it so we have some air? We've got 3 doors to the nose compartment because it's huge. And my dog is outside barking. I may have to pause and go get him in a little bit. So yeah, here's the enormous storage compartment. You can get skis or, I don't know, dead body in there. You got an oxygen gauge in here. It's not anything you have any control of. As a matter of fact, I really feel it's essentially a photograph of the area. But again, if you choose to put weight in here, it'll show some baggage. For this trip, I'm just going to pretend that I just bought the plane, and so I've maybe got some tools and junk that I'm bringing with, you know what I mean? How do I want to do this? I can this is for putting people in it. It has the same people that you get in the Learjet. But yeah, here we go. Avionics bay. We're going to say we've got, sure, 25 pounds of junk in the avionics bay, which that gives us that bag right there. It's not really where I would put it. Okay, let's rethink that. Let's nose locker. Okay, 25 pounds in the nose locker. And where does that put it? I'm not seeing any baggage here. Did I miss it? Why am I not seeing anything? 50 pounds in the nose locker? There we go. I put a bag in. Sure. Let's go with that. 50 pounds in the nose locker. Why not? We'll come back and close this stuff up later. All right. Moving on. Yeah. Again, I can close these, but not latch them from out here. Oh, I put another bag in. My camera was occupying the space of the bag. Say, Libby, that's fine. But yeah, I can't latch them down unless I use the tablet. So I don't know. Unless I'm doing something wrong. Always possible I'm doing something wrong. Okay, these are the pitot tubes, and we can remove the covers. Yeah, that just clicking on them brings them back. Okay, good to know. Moving on. Now the door on the other side of the nose compartment. I think this is the exhaust for the heater. There's a heater that runs off of the fuel, the engine fuel, and that's probably the exhaust for it. Probably want to make sure it's not blocked so you don't kill everyone with carbon dioxide. The ram air intake on the right side. Get rid of the chock here, and engine exhaust. This might be a cowl flap. I thought the cowl flaps were louvers on top of the engine, but this might be a cowl flap. I want to come back and check. Again, we could pop this and look at the fuel. Or no, wait, where am I at? Yeah, I'm not on the wing. I'm on the engine. Yeah, we can check the oil, but we're not going to do that. We're trying to move along. Get rid of the engine cover. Looks fine otherwise. Moving on. Get rid of the tie down. Tie down retracted. That's interesting. Looking at the engine on this side. Yeah, I'm just kind of speeding through this here. Oh, this is for like a hydraulic tank, I'm pretty sure. I would have expected a dipstick, but yeah, I think it's a hydraulic tank. That's on the in the right-hand engine nacelle, and I think it makes the how do you close this thing? Oh my God, there we go. I think it makes the storage compartment in the back of the engine nacelle smaller on the right side than on the left, if I'm not mistaken. All right, and down here checking out the landing gear. Yep, all seems hunky-dory. Moving on. Now you can check the fuel in the right wing. Check out whatever this stuff is on the right wing. I should probably learn about it sometime. We're going to be checking the landing light here soon, so I'm going to turn it on now so I can start swinging down again. Okay. Yep, we'll be checking the lights here. Nav light. Yeah, that came on. Can we see the strobe on this side? Nope, I still see nothing. Oh, there, you just have to be at the right angle. That's what it is. Gotta be at the right angle. Okay, turning off the strobe. Landing lights on. Turning off the landing light. All right. Ooh, more static wicks. Can we get rid of them from here? Yes, okay. Moving on. Let's see the full flap all the way down. We'll leave it down. We'll raise it after we get the engine started. Not totally killing the battery. Oh, I guess I should look at the aileron. And moving on. Yes, this other compartment that I won't be able to see all the way in. I didn't give it long enough. Yeah, I don't know. There must be a click spot somewhere to make the whole hatch come up, but I sure can't find it. C'est la vie. Down here. Wing locker right. Wing locker. There we go. Oh, it's got a little light inside. Very nice. All right. Moving on. Okay, you got static inlets, static ports. Want to make sure there's no bees nests or anything in there. Okay, we got a bunch more static wick covers. Get rid of those. We've got, so you can get rid of this tie down yet? No, not yet. We can, let's see the elevator move. Big elevator. We can't do the, oh, I thought I had the rudder lock in place. Curious. We'll see. Now we can get rid of the tie down. Now let's check out the nav light back here. Yep, lights up. No beacon light on this plane. So, see all the static. Man, well, I guess you wouldn't have static wick covers up there because you put the static wick covers on to make sure you don't end up bleeding walking around the plane. So, don't have to worry about those ones you can't reach. Yeah, it unlocked at some point. So yeah, if you lock that, then the rudder won't move. I always thought it was locked, but now the rudder can move. Okay. Moving on. More static quick covers. Oh my god. Didn't see those. It's like they put them back on just for me to hit that spot. Static ports, or not static ports, but yeah, I got all mixed up because I was talking about the static wicks. You know what they are. I can't think for sure what it's called. Let's move on. Yeah, I also don't know why it really zooms you in for that walk around, but it does. Okay, so we did the whole walk around inspection. The actual checklists down here are at least last time I checked, not very complete. And then they have things like, talk about the seat belts and all that stuff. So this is actually a plane that I made my own checklist for. And I'm sure there's things missing, like you're probably supposed to test the pressurization system during run up and all that kind of stuff. And I don't have all that on my homemade checklist. C'est la vie. Okay, let's close some stuff up here. Let's go ahead and we'll close the actual cabin door from here. We'll close all of these other doors, wing locker doors, and the engine doors. Okay, and I'm not going with a co-pilot today, so we're just going to be flying at home solo. See, anything else I want to talk about before we start getting it fired up? I don't think so. I like this tablet. It shows you wind speed and direction relative to your position and gives you a nice cabin temperature. You can play the cabin temperature mini game with this plane, which is totally nuts with this plane because the cabin climate controls are all over the place. Now you've got cabin climate controls down here. You've got cabin climate controls over here, and you've got cabin climate controls down under your armrest here. You've got that. I was talking about that heater. You've got the controls to turn that heater on here. Yeah, it's the cabin temperature minigame in this one is pretty intense. Alrighty, I think we're ready to start doing the checklists here. Checklists aren't super long. Let's see, before starting engine, fuel and loading. This one it has a fuel and loading page on here. Like here's the fuel. And here's the loading, except for the pilot and co-pilot for some reason aren't shown on here. I feel like they used to be shown on there, and now they're not. So I don't know what's going on with that. But I believe you can still change things here. Yeah, see, so 180 pounds for me. No other passengers, 50 pounds in the nose. And we'll say I've got 45 pounds of luggage in the back. Let's see, is it going to show it back there? Sometimes it shows a box. For some reason, it doesn't show luggage back there. If you choose to put weight all the way in the back, it shows it as a cardboard box, like you're working for FedEx or something. Oh, look, it didn't stick. Oh, that's why that you probably have to do on this page. Okay, so cargo is orange. Cargo, 50 pounds. Now watch. It's like I keep my luggage in a cardboard box. Yeah, I didn't want to spring for an actual suitcase, so I put my crap in this box. Yeah, it's a strange choice. I'm not sure why that is. Okay, well, let's bring the yoke back here. So, where were we? Oh yeah, we were talking about the fuel and stuff. Fuel's at shows the fuel at 100% here, but it was only 97% because I took it for a flight around the pattern earlier. Okay, it went back to 100%, and this went to the undefined fives, but say la vie. Okay, so fuel and loading, parking brake set. Shocks and all covers removed. Emergency crossfeed shut off. Okay, now we're getting into some stuff. Oh, also, you know what? We're going to switch this back over to my favorite page and we're going to turn it off because this one will die. Look, I'm already lost a couple of battery bars because I've been screwing around with the plane already. So we're going to turn that off when we're not looking at it because it'll die. All right, emergency crossfeed shut off. I don't know why it is, but that is where it's like activated. It's a crossfeed shut off and it's shut off. And then this is normal and you want it down. Emergency crossfeed shut off. Check that it's open. Okay. Obviously fuel selectors on main, left engine on left main, right engine on right main. And then we work our way up. We've got cowl flaps down here, which they are open. I have them set up to a knob so I can close them. Maybe not individually, but I can close both of them all the way at the same time. Okay. See, cowl flaps are open. I had a yaw damper off on here because it used to be when this first came to the Xbox, you couldn't get the GTN 750s, and you ended up having an older style autopilot that was down here, and there was a big white rocker switch for the yaw damper, and it was down here. So I have that on there. But now the yaw damper is part of this much more modern autopilot. So I need to remove that from there. But yaw damper off. Prop sync is off. Let's see. So cowl flaps open. Yaw damper off. Prop sync off. Mixtures full rich, which they're nice and clicky in here. Mixtures full rich. Props full forward. Throttles open a 1/2 inch. Okay. Flight controls, check free and correct. We basically did that on the walk around. All switches off. Okay. Well, we've got the main power on at the moment. Switches are off. Circuit breakers all appear to be in. This is what they look like when they're out. Circuit breakers all in, and we've got circuit breakers over here too. And they appear to be all in. All right, what else we got? Landing gear, check lever down. Okay, the lever is down in the cockpit and down on my hardware. Battery and alternators on. Okay, I didn't turn the alternators will come on with a switch, but the battery will not. You cannot slave it to a switch. Cannot figure out a way to get it slaved to a switch, which is weird because, like I've said before, three position switches you can't seem to slave to a switch, but it's only a one position switch. But I can't get a hardware switch to work it. And it's really ironic because the landing light switch is a 3-position switch in here. There's a retract, off, and extend, and it actually works with the switch. If I turn it off, it turns it off and goes to retract. If I flip it on, it goes to extend and turns it on. So I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, annunciator panel test. That's right here. We make sure that all of the warning lights light up and we get that horrible warning tone. That was really loud in my headset. Lights, check all exterior. We did that on the walk around. Flaps, check operation. We did that on the walk around. Cabin door closed and locked. Nav light on because we're getting ready to start the engine. All of the light switches are down here. Nav light that just turned on. Nav light on. Fuel quantity check. I feel like that one got moved. It was probably supposed to be in a different position. Fuel quantity check. I have some repeats. Landing gear check 3 green. Oh yeah, because I supposed to turn the power on now. Yeah, 3 green. Check prop area clear, and then we go on to the start engine checklist. Okay, we're ready for the start engine checklist. Matter of fact, I'm going to put the tablet away from now and open the window. Tablet goes down there real nice. Okay. Magnetos, left engine both on. Also, the magnetos. It's really cool on the Cessna 310 from Milvez, I have the magnetos set up on my keyboard to be the F1, 2, 3, and 4. But with the same setting in this plane, they don't work right. You can only have one magneto or the other. It doesn't toggle them on and off individually. This is when I hit F1. This is when I hit F2. I can't have them both on at the same time. It's weird. So again, same as the main battery switch, I have to do it with the mouse. Okay, so we've got left and right magnetos on for the left engine. Auxiliary fuel pump on low. The auxiliary fuel pumps have a low and high setting, and this is for the left engine right here. Primer to left engine for 1 to 2 seconds, and then start left engine. So we have the primer. Oops, I missed it. Primer. 1, 2. I was making sure that the parking brake was set before I hit the button to start the engine. There we go. Oh, check for oil pressure. Yep, oil pressure came right up on the left engine. Oh, and way too much throttle. Should be 900 to 1,000 RPMs. Yep, still got to bring it down. Okay, did I close that window yet? No, I didn't. That's why it's so loud in my left ear. There we go. Close that. Then you're supposed to repeat for the right engine. So magneto's on. Fuel pump on low. Prime for 1,000, 2,000. And we look at it while we started over there. It's alive. We've got oil pressure. It's trying to catch up, and there it goes. Okay. And we'll go ahead and close that window. Although, it's probably going to be getting hot in here pretty quick. Let's see what we got. Yep, it's already on the top end of the grain. Let's, okay, this is for the air conditioner. So, up is air conditioner. I think just a low blower on the motor is fine. We've got air coming in the forward part of the cabin and the aft part of the cabin. Okay. Okay, so hopefully we can get that under control. Let's turn that back down. Ooh, man, all this stuff is really loud in my ear. I'm always going back and flying these planes that I haven't flown in a long time. And since I'm recording, I'm flying them with a headset on, and wow. Are they loud sometimes? Yeah, I'm going to turn the, instead of turning the recording volume down, I'm going to turn the volume going to my headset down. There we go. Okay. Where were we? We did the repeat for the right engine. Oh, alternators, check. Okay, the alternator gauge is down here. Well, the electrical gauge, the amp meter is down here. Yeah, the alternators and volts and all that stuff seem to be working. Auxiliary fuel pumps both off. Okay. Auxiliary fuel pumps both off. Avionics master on. I've got that on a switch, but it's right down here. So avionics master is on. Cabin climate controls as required. Did that already. Why do we get that secondary beep? That's weird. Anyway, transponder set and on standby. So we're doing a double artificial IFR flight plan today. Double in that it's all pretend because it's a simulator, and we're not even really doing the IFR in the simulator, so it's a double pretend IFR. What kind of number we like? Let's see. Let's make it 0414 in honor of us being in the 414 Chancellor. While we're here, we're going to get this fuel computer start it up. This is pretty cool. I like it. I don't know how everything works on it. I think I already screwed it up because I started with the wrong button. We're okay. I think it'll be fine. Let's see, pounds per hour. Yeah, and pounds used. Yeah, I don't care about pounds used. Yeah, my phone is ringing for some reason. I'm going to call that person back at the next opportunity I get. Timer. No, I don't want that either. Gallons remaining. Pounds remaining. Pounds per hour. Yeah, this is where I want. Although I don't know why it's showing that. As long as it's telling me how many pounds I'm using, that's what I want to know. For now, I'm not worried about it tracking what's left. We've got full tanks, so it should be fine. Okay, the next thing on the checklist is to set the avionics. It's only a couple of waypoints, so it won't take long to do that. As soon as I remember how to do it on the GTN 750 again. Let's sit home. Flight plan. Sure. Yeah, we're at KLEX. Destination is KLAF. KLAF. Why did it not give me an F? Backspace. Oh, it did. Okay, I missed it. KLAF. Enter. Add waypoint. Oh, now I don't remember what those waypoints were. That's okay, I can go back and look. CVG. CVG. Enter. Add another waypoint. SHB. SHB. Enter. And that is it for the flight plan. It's pretty easy. We'll leave that. We'll back that out one. We'll zoom this in a little bit to make sure we get on the right runway. Also says to set the autopilot, which yeah, I'm sure there's a way to pick. Oh yeah. Is it down here? Yeah, altimeter set. Yeah, we want 12,000 feet. Ooh, let's go faster if I click it, maybe. Nope, it's just going by hundreds. That's all there is. No, 17.3, that's too much. It started going real fast all of a sudden. Well, just 12,000 feet. We could go higher, but it's not that long of a flight, so. 12,000 feet. Okay. So that's all set. Get the checklist turned back on here. Avionics set, autopilot set, radios obtain weather and all that hoo-ha. So let's get a look at the ATIS again. I say again because I looked at it earlier. Yeah, wind 086, so we want runway 9. We're going to ignore this whole runway 4 business. See, 3016. 3016. Altimeter 30.16. ILS runway 4 in use. 3016. Departing runway 4. VFR aircraft stay direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Okay, blah blah blah. Goodbye. Oh, dang it! They're both set to the ATIS now. That's unfortunate. We can just do a random. Actually, let's do 12775, which is the ATIS for Purdue. There. That was easy. Lights, taxi on, as required, clearance obtained. Yeah. Okay, we'll turn the taxi lights on. Going to switch my checklist to the taxi and run-up checklist. Run-up, primary release, throttles as required, brakes test, instruments check the turn, slip, and heading, and then it's the run-up. checklist. So let's get on with that. Oh, let's see how the cabin temperature mini game is doing. Ooh, a little low. Let's, oh, I forget now which one of these is the temperature control. There we go. Cabin. Left hand. Okay, all of them. That's right. All of them are temperature control. Maybe this one only works when the heater's on. I don't know, but I'll move all of them, and we'll see what we got. We'll be shutting it off for the takeoff anyway, but I didn't drink all my coffee, and now it's too cold. Isn't that sad? Okay, so we're going to take this runway out here that's leading us right into the wind, which is nice. How do we get on it? Yeah, we get on the taxiway over there, it would appear. I think. Yeah, should be fine. Let's go ahead and put the flaps up, because I believe we left them down. Yeah. Let's see, and the cowl flaps are open. Okay, oh, let's turn the tablet off so we don't kill the battery. Alright, releasing the parking brake. I'm going to give it some left engine. Once we start moving, I'll give it some left rudder. It takes a bit to get it moving. It's definitely feels like it has some mass, which is nice. Yeah, I'm still not happy with how this is set. It should be showing me the total of what I have left in pounds up there. But I'll tinker with it when we get over there to do the run-up. Of course, here with the two GTN 750s, I can have my favorite arrangement where one of them is heading up and the other one is north up. And if you actually do have a G600 here, you could have your, heading up or your north up here, and then your other one here, and then you can have charts and stuff here, which is cool. Okay, yeah, I think we'll definitely go through the run-up and everything. And maybe I'll go ahead and take off, and during the climb we'll consider at the end of part 1, and then the flight itself and the landing and shutdown will be part 2. That's my plan anyway, because I have no idea how long I've been recording as it stands right now. Well, probably been recording for well over a half an hour, because this timer, I now had 15 minutes on it after we were done with the walk-around part, the pre-flight, and then I turned the power off and back on again, and now it's back up to 15 minutes. So we've been recording for at least a half an hour. So there's that. Okay, the parking brake is down here. I'm going to set the parking brake right now. Okay, parking brake is set. Double check the cabin temperature mini game. Still on the edge of too cold, but that's okay. We're going to be turning it off here in a minute. What do we got here? Okay, run up. Parking brake set. Windows closed and locked. Yeah, we did do that already, didn't we? Yeah, we did. And we closed the doors. Or the door, as the case may be. Yeah, door is closed, and actually I can make sure that it's green. It's got a little green bar here. Yeah, okay. And what else we got? Trim set for takeoff. It's in the takeoff zone. Haven't messed with the rudder or aileron trim. They should be fine. Fuel quantity check. You're checking again in case you sprung a leak on the way over here. Alternate air and ram dump check all in. Oh yeah, pressurization. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so alternate air. Okay, I'll go ahead and get rid of the yoke to make this easier. For whatever reason, I would have expected expected the alternate air lever down here to be modeled, but it's not. It's possible it's just not modeled on the Xbox, might be on PC. But yeah, you've even got instructions here for, you know, the alternate air, but as you can see, it doesn't light up or anything. It doesn't work. So I think I didn't really know that when I put it on the checklist. But yeah, you can't actually do it. And then the ram dump is related to the pressurization system, and I have it pulled here because when I did a little flight earlier, I wasn't using the pressurization system. So we put the ram dump in. So as long as that's in and both of these are in, it's ready for pressurization. And then it's on depressurize right now, and we want it on pressurized cabin. And then we're flying up to 12,000 feet, which is only about there, but we'll go ahead and set it. Okay, so now the cabin should be pressurizing. Well, pressurizing when we start climbing anyway. Pressurization controls set. Flight controls check free and correct. I guess we'll double check if nothing happened. I'm not so sure that anything can actually happen to this particular add-on plane, but yes, free and correct. Okay, now we're getting into the actual run-up. 1700 on the RPMs, so I'm going to go ahead and hold the brake too while we throttle up to 1700 RPMs. See, this computer is annoying me. I don't know why it's showing on -3 on the pounds remaining. Pounds used. Gallons remaining. Yeah, I did something wrong, obviously. Okay. I guess we'll just go with pounds used. Anyway, okay, I overdid it. We're around 1800 RPMs. Back it off to 1700 RPMs. And we do the magnetos first, which I gotta do with the mouse, because I can't make them work right with buttons. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hang on a second, my phone's ringing. Okay, I had to answer the phone. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, we were checking the magnetos. Okay. Yep, magnetos seem fine. I don't think anything will ever really be wrong with them. But, you know, still fun to check. Oh yeah, check to make sure the hydraulic flow lights, warning light went off, and they did. This is the light telling us the air conditioner's on. Vacuum system check. Yeah, I can see the needle down here's in the right place. Why does that needle light up? That's new. I don't remember that happening before. What happens if I hit it? Does it maybe turn on the dome light or something? Huh. That's unexpected. I don't know why that's lighting up. I guess maybe I should look at the change log for the updates on this plane. Annunciator panel, check no warnings. Yeah. Should be checking the alternator. Yep, checking the alternators. Alternators both charging. Okay, and propellers supposed to check 3 times. So we'll drag the propellers back. Once. Twice. And the 3rd time we'll try to hold it down around 1500. Make sure it holds okay. Sure does. Back all the way forward and back down to 1000 RPMs. I really should add again the whole cross feed on this, and like I said, the legit for this plane in real life probably has you checking the pressurization system and stuff like that, but anyway, we're gonna go to the takeoff checklist. Okay, at hold short, which is basically where we are right now. We do flaps up, which we did, but I'll double check. Flaps up. KL flaps full open. KL flaps full open. Transponder on altitude. This one's a little different. I'm used to the altitude being in the middle, but that's ident. Okay, transponder's on altitude. Auxiliary fuel pumps both on low. And then we're going to put the tablet away too, but double check. Yeah, that seems fine. We're going to put the tablet away, get it out of our face for the takeoff. Anti-ice controls, we don't need them. Pitot install, heat. I'm afraid I'll forget to turn it on if I don't turn it on now, so let's go ahead and turn it on. That's the pitot heat. I think the stall and vent, yeah, is a separate switch. Sure, I'll turn it on. Lights, taxi off, all others on. Okay, landing's on, strobes on, taxi's off. Clearance obtained, and climate controls, turn the AC off. Oh, I guess I should look here. And then once we line up, now we'll get into that. Okay, we're not obviously messing with any clearance from clearance. Besides the, I don't think the simulator knows this runway exists anyway. Okay, I'm releasing the parking brake. And we'll get rolled out there. I'm also going to wow, I'm hearing a strange noise. Almost sounded like a tire dragging or something. That was weird. Let's turn off the AC for now, because it's noisy in my ear. I feel like it got noisier. I mean, I turned the volume down on this and it seems noisier now than before. And we get lined up here. Close enough. I'm going to reset the timer. At least I thought I was. Okay, reset the timer. All right. At lineup, propellers full forward, mixture full rich. Yep. Check. Brakes hold. Throttle to 30 psi. Check the annunciator for warnings. Check the engine instruments to make sure they're all in the green. Release the brakes. Then full throttle or red line, and rotate N105. And then your usual landing gear retract and landing lights off, and then throttle to top of green and propellers to top of green at 1000 AGL. And we don't worry about the mixture until we're up to our cruising altitude. All right, let's do that. We'll do all of that, and then we'll call it the end of part one. Okay, so guess we're all set. Throttle to 30 psi. Yeah, she wants to go. Engine instruments are in the green and no warning lights, so I'm releasing the brake and going up to red line. Just above 40 psi. Giving it some right rudder because it's wanting to pull to the left a little. Let's see, where's 105 on the airspeed gauge? Kind of out here. Yeah. Feels like she's getting a little light already. I do have a headwind, so yeah, there we go. Lifts off so nice. Okay, tapping the brakes and raising the landing gear. I'm giving it some nose down trim. And we go to pressurized cabin, so we can climb as fast as we want. We can let the airspeed governor climb. We don't have to worry about eardrums or anything. Start rolling on to course. Oh, I should turn off the landing lights and retract them. Okay, turn off landing lights and they should be retracting. I'm at 1000 AGL, so I'm bringing the manifold pressure back to the top of the green and bringing the RPMs down to the top of the green. Oh, I should have zoomed one of these out. Can't see where I'm going here. There we go. Okay, I seem to remember that I like the climb speed to be where the airspeed indicator is pointed straight down. That seems to be about where I like to climb. Alright, let's do some autopilot here. Autopilot. Terminal speed. And we'll do nav. And then is that where we want our vertical speed? 1,200 feet per minute? Yeah, it looks like it'll do for now. Let's fine tune this. We can, it's probably about where we want the throttle and prop. Okay, and we're capturing the magenta line, which is always good. We double check the climb checklist and make sure we're in good shape, and we'll call that the end of part 1. Okay, climb. Pitch for 125 knots indicated, sure. Yaw damper on, which it might have come on with the, yeah, it looks like it came on with the autopilot. Throttle's up to 35 psi, 34.5-ish. Propeller's up to 2,500 RPMs. Oh, we're a little over that. Okay, let's drag that back some. To 2,500. Mixture defer, prop sync on, off when adjusting RPM. We're going to leave it alone for now. KLAF as required. Cabin climate controls as required. Pressurization check. All right, pressurization isn't hardly doing anything yet. Let's check the cabin temperature mini game. Still on cold side, so we're going to need heat soon. So I know from experience, I probably just need to crank these. Okay. And the engine temperatures, as far as that goes, they're still above 300 degrees on the cylinder head temperature, so I'm not going to close the cowl flaps just yet. Okay, we're going to call that the end of part 1, and I will catch you guys for the rest of the flight later on. I actually have to pause the game and leave for a while, so I'll have to tinker with the time later. Let's see, what time is it? Local time. What's local time? Local time, 3:46 p.m. Okay. Hopefully I'll remember that. 3:46 p.m. Okay, guys. That's the end of part 1. I'll catch you guys in part 2. This is Papa Whiskey Bravo signing off.